In this demo, I'm going to show how to change that bar file to accommodate a queue manager. I'm also going to create and define the queue manager on the cloud, and I'm going to show how to set up the monitoring of that and the management of that queue manager from both the MQ console as well as from the traditional on-premise MQ Explorer. In the next part of this demo, I'm going to extend my first integration to also send a message to an MQ queue. There was inside the subflow. I'm going to add a queue in here, an MQ output. In my MQ output, my queue name, let me go back to my cloud world. IBM MQ on cloud, my MQ console. I want to put the dev.q.1. To connect to that queue, I'm going to make use of a policy. This policy needs to be specified with this prefix. I'm just going to give it an endpoint, policy name of MQ demo, and in the advanced field for message context we need to pick default. I'm going to save this and I'm going to rebuild the bar file. That is done. Export it and overwrite it. So when this flow starts up, it should take my calculation and return that answer as we've seen before. But before it does that, it's going to also send a message to an MQ output queue with the name of dev.q.1. To support this, I need to make a few settings inside my queue manager on the cloud. For the channel, I need to set it up to use SSL. I'll go to the configuration of my cloud.app.svr.con. I'm going to edit this page, go to SSL, and for the cipher spec, I'm going to pick, I don't have to supply a peer name, but my SSL authentication, again, I'm going to make it optional. Save the settings. After you've saved the settings, make sure that this channel is not used, and then just to enforce or to force that setting into the channel, you can do a start. It will stay in an inactive mode, but it will show the start command was successful. In order to administer MQ, you need two more artifacts. A user ID to log in with and the platform API key. Go to user credentials and add the user credentials. Typically add my email address there. It generates for me an ID, you can change it, and add the credentials. This is the user ID we will use, DVDM1, if we need to do some admin access into the platform. On the IBM Cloud platform, then go to Manage, Access, API Keys, and we can create an IBM Cloud API key. I'm going to call it Demo2. And create. Again, we're sitting with a situation here where this API key will only be shown to you once. So I'm going to download it, open it with my notepad, and I'm going to copy it and paste it in here as my platform API key. To make use of the new bar file, I can replace it in here. First I need to stop my current integration server. Then I can update the bar file. I also need to add that policy now. Create a new policy. It will be an MQ policy. Policy name. Can I have a look at my MQ policy? Called it MQ demo. The host name. I can copy. From the MQ connection file. The port is 31611. Queue manager name is QM2. The channel I can use is also in here. Cloud App SVRCon. Remain MQ. I've got a username that I've created, Demo2, under the application credentials. And when I created that credential, I downloaded the key for it as well. Yes, I want to connect to MQ via the public internet, and I want to use SSL. I need to put the same cipher spec in here, and I can create a policy. I need to say which integration service is actually making use of this policy. So I can click on integration server and select my integration res demo. This integration server must be in a stop state before you can do this. Go back to my dashboard and let us start. When my integration server is running, remember I've got an API from one of the previous demos that points to this integration server. Via my postman, let's change the value in here. Send. getting an answer back here. All that's left over is to check what has happened in my MQ console. Go to MQ. It's MQ for me. Dev Q1, it's got one message in. Just to confirm that that message wasn't there before, let me go back to my Postman. I can send another transaction. Go back in here, refresh it. And now you see there's two messages in there. I can also get the same view from my traditional MQ Explorer as running on premise. Let me show you how to configure that. Start up MQ Explorer. If I would like to administer my queue manager that's running on IBM Cloud via the usual MQ Explorer, this is how I would set it up. I would right click on Queue Managers, add the remote queue manager. Remember my queue manager name is Queue Manager 2. I'm going to connect directly to it. I need my host name for this. This file is getting very familiar with us now. There's my host name on IBM Cloud. And my listener port is 31611. 31611. The host name is sitting over here. I can grab now my admin server con. As my channel. Next, I want to enable user identification. You can't admin without user identification. Remember my user ID, if I go to the IBM Queue Managers, if I go into user credentials, it will be the ID I've created there, FVDM. And I'm going to enter a password for it. And the password will now be my platform API key. Okay, on that, next, finish, and it's going to try and connect me to the queue manager. It's connected. I can drop down here, look at the queues. You see there's the same set of queues sitting in my MQ console. If I go back in here, look at my queue managers, look at queue manager 2, administration, launch the MQ console, manage. There's my set of queues. As you can see there, dev Q1 has got two messages in it. If I go to my MQ Explorer, dev Q1 has got two messages in it, so you're seeing the same image.